everybody, and welcome back to Patriot Talk. Today we have with us the softball team. Davelyn Day. I even told you, Davelyn, I wouldn't screw your name up, and I screwed it up twice already. So, and then we have Hillary Dwyer. So, Davelyn and Hillary, where are you guys from?
We're both from Colorado.
Both from Colorado. And you told me before this started you're related, right?
Yes.
And so how are you related? Explain that one.
Well, we met at our JUCO in Lamar, and we found out we went to go eat with our sister, and somehow we ended up being related by
my sister married
my cousin.
All
And
right.
we're roommates at Lamar, or we were.
And are your roommates here too?
No, we tried.
You tried.
yes
Well, maybe we can work that out for you. Teach ya. These two want to be roommates. All right. So anyway, so Davelyn, you're new here.
Yes.
Of course, you were in Colorado last year, and you played at Lamar, and you were hurt, correct?
yes
And so this will be your first year on the second year on the field. So you're a sophomore on the field, junior in the classroom. What's it like coming from Colorado to Kentucky? And I guess that's open to both of you.
It's different, but
it is very different.
different environment. You learn how to adjust more to this, especially coaches wise.
The way things are taught is completely different from like what
What
we
we
are
were
used
taught.
to. Yeah.
Right, because you guys played for a junior college coach. So that's a college setting. And you come here, we used to be a junior college, but it's a whole different mindset. Each coach has their own way of teaching methods. But as far as, I mean, it's cold outside, right? No, not for you guys.
No.
You don't think it's
No.
there you go. That's what I expected. So when we talk, I tell people, like, we've got an intern coming in from Florida here in the January, and I tell her all the time, well, we're in the rolling hills of Kentucky. Like, you can see hills everywhere. Well, you guys are from the Rockies. That's not, so a little different
Yes.
climate. Did it take you a while to get used to the altitude difference, or
Not really.
It wasn't
it's more
that
a time
bad.
change.
really
Yeah.
the time change?
Yes.
What is it? 2 hour difference?
2
hours.
2 hours, and then just a little bit farther than that's 3 hours. So.
Yeah, we were just talking the other day about how we get up at 4 a.m. to work out, and it's only 2 a.m. at home.
Well, I can tell you that I've made the mistake of calling colleges from where our Californians transfer from, and it'll be 8 o'clock here, and I'm calling them at 5 a.m. Why won't anybody answer the phone? It's 5 a.m. That's why they're not answering the phone. So yeah, I can see where that would be a good challenge for you guys. And so we were talking a little bit too about how you guys are lifting weights here more. Can you tell us a little bit about our strength training program here at St. Catherine? Because that's new to us. That's completely new here.
Yes, I think it helps a lot.
I
Extremely, because we've had workout programs at Colorado, and you just kind of go do it, but it's not as hard. Like,
It's all
there's
on
not
your
a
own.
personal trainer there, like, busting.
Right.
So,
And so for those of you who don't know, KO, Kerry Overton, is the gentleman who does our strength training, and he does that out of Bardstown. So these girls have been going to Bardstown every morning at basically 4 o'clock to get their weight training done. So it's a huge sacrifice for you guys, and a lot of people don't know that you're college students as well as this is a full-time job on top of that. So it's a good dedication for you guys. So let's dive in a little bit of softball. You've played a fall season, kind of. You guys kind of have some tournaments here and there during the fall, and so Davelyn, how do you feel about this team? And you're the newcomer to this one.
I think we'll have a pretty good team. I mean, our hitting wasn't coming together, but now we all started hitting and it came together. And then our fielding's pretty good, and our pitching is outstanding so far from the fall.
And I can tell you that Holly Smith is extremely excited about this pitching corps. She's talked about it several times. This is probably the best pitching staff she's had, and that's saying a lot because we've had some pitchers here that were just stellar. And so
past fall has been a huge difference, even compared to last season. It's a big difference, and they're making a huge step up.
And so basically we have our main returners in that core is Shelby Thornhill, Brittany McKee, and then Crystal Camuse, right? That's the three that are the main returners on this squad, and they lost, of course, Ashley Harden. But so you're a huge addition. You were 4 and 6 in your freshman year, but you had more strikeouts than you did walks, and that's always good to have, especially as a freshman. And you mentioned that you were probably playing hurt at that point too. So
Yes.
that's a big deal. And so this year you're fully healthy, right, and ready to go. And so Hillary, you know a lot about this squad, and you guys last year battled to the end, and because of a technicality in the rules, we got snubbed from the conference tournament. And this is a squad that finished 3rd place in the conference just a few years ago, and so it can be done, even here at St. Catherine. So, how do you feel about this team coming in?
I feel really good about this team. I feel like we're a lot more close this year, and we can depend on each other a lot, especially not making it to conference last year kind of brought us more together.
And I can tell you just from my outside perspective, you seem to be having a lot more fun together. And the team seems to be gelling a lot better. And I've been out and seen you guys practice a couple times, especially the pitchers working out. And the difference in practices are just, it's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
You know all about that. It's completely different. And so, Hillary, you're a different type of player. You're not the stereotypical stand in the box, hit the ball out of the park kind of player. You're a contact hitter, and you are a slap hitter. And so, can you explain slap hitting a little bit to us?
Slap hitting is just more of you're standing on the left side of the box, and as a pitch is coming in, you're running at it, and as long as you connect with it and beat it out, that's all your goal is.
And understand too that Hillary's not left-handed, so
Oh, no.
this is not the typical
Terrible.
spot for her. She's actually more so dragging the bat through the zone,
Correct.
and that's a huge interpretation by the umpire to make sure that they're not calling it a drag bunt. It is a swing to make sure that you are getting the bat through. And of course, your speed is the reason you're in that position.
And I just started last year, so it's a totally new concept to me, but I'm starting to pick it up.
And she did get better, I promise. You got a lot better as the season went on, and you know that can be an effective role, especially moving runners forward and getting you on base with your speed. So that is you're down the middle of the lineup trying to get on. And so where do you see yourself in the lineup this year?
Probably top middle-ish, maybe. As long as people get on, I'm there to move them over. So.
To move them over. And Davelin, you also said that you played some shortstop. So you know you've got a tough shoes to fill if you're coming in here at shortstop with Hagen Goldie, of course, her sister
Absolutely.
being recruited. We'll talk to her later. But you've got some huge shoes to fill in Hagen Goldie if you're going to move into the shortstop position here. And talk a little bit about what you know about coming into the shortstop position here.
Like,
Well, just as far as you're a pitcher and you're a
Yes.
shortstop. So I guess talk a little bit about what it's like to be able to go back and forth between the two.
it's just good having, if you're off in one position, you could always try to work harder at another position and hopefully be able to start at one of those if one's not working out.
And much different than baseball. I know baseball is really popular in this country, so most people relate softball to baseball. Much different than baseball. Our pitchers hit, so
Yes.
they don't get that time off. You guys are in the lineup the whole game. Of course, there's the flex DP rule, and I'm not even going to try to explain that to anybody, but I still sit back there and try to figure it out. But so you guys are hitting, and you're a fairly good hitter. You batted right at 200 your freshman year for a freshman. That's pretty outstanding. Didn't strike out a whole lot. Of course, didn't have any home runs. And down here, you hit the ball out of the yard here. It's you can account for that. Our conference is one of the leading conferences in the country for home runs, and part of that goes to the fact that our field's pretty small. And then other part of that is that everybody in this conference can hit, and so that's a challenge for you as a pitcher
Yes.
as well as a hitter. And talk a little bit about how do you prevent that number?
You just gotta hit your spots and don't leave anything hanging. Because if you leave something hanging, then they're good hitters and they'll take it.
And so by hanging, she means that hanging the ball at waist level or right in the hitter's zone where the hitter is more powerful, and then hitting their spots. Catchers have spots for these pitchers, and they're trying to hit that, and that's kind of your target more than
Yes.
anything, right? So. I'm lost on what I want to say to you. So see, you thought you were going to be bad at this, and I'm the one freezing up. So these girls are from Colorado. It's been great to have you guys with us. And is there anything else that you want to add?
No, really.
No.
All right. Well, good luck on a successful spring season. We look forward to seeing the softball team on the field.
Thank you.
Thank you.